We are here with Hikaru Nakamura. The game just finished in a draw against Nepomniachtchi. Considering the tournament situation, were you happy with the opening choice and how did it go, the game?
Yeah, definitely I was quite happy with the opening choice because it's a very double-edged position. It felt like it could go either way. I mean, I know objectively the computer thinks that everything is probably a draw, but the fact there was material imbalance made it very likely that I could win. And at this point in the tournament, you definitely want to end up in those situations if possible, because the more boring game is, the more likely it's a draw, the less chance you have to catch up. So I was very happy with what I got up until probably somewhere around like move 20-25 or so when I played this knight g1, which maybe was okay, but first things first is like right here after queen f1, I looked at this position before the game, but the line that I had seen was bishop d8. Now obviously this is a weak engine, so it's showing something different, because I think what I looked at here was knight d3. I mean obviously the engine's not that strong on this computer, but...
Can you explain in general, like you are exchange up, what is the point, let's say, what you're trying to get?
What I looked at before the game was
yes.
knight d3, if I can ever move.
Ah, yes, knight d3.
Yeah, it was knight d3. Like this was what I had looked up before the game very briefly, was that the knight goes to d3. So like when he didn't do this, when he played, yeah, it's fine. How do I go
anywhere.
back? Yeah, no, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Scroll up. Yeah, so when he played knight d7, I mean, the point is basically I have a rook and a bishop that are out of play here, and if I get them into the action in the center of the board, I probably just win the game. So I was trying to figure out why he played knight d7 instead of bishop d8. I mean, obviously bishop d8 is a computer move. I knew at the board he wasn't going to play it, and I was wondering why I hadn't looked at like knight d7. But I thought everything was fine up until here, when I thought no, queen e1 is... Queen e1, knight e4, and a4 is, I mean, maybe this is good, but I don't know. Like, yeah, I mean, this already is getting, I mean, this feels way too tricky. Like bishop d8, rook a3, even bishop f6. I mean, yeah, like I know a computer is going to win this position, but in a human game,
I
mean, to go like
black consolidated, brought all pieces into the game.
Yeah, and you're supposed to go knight b3 and take everything on the queen side. I mean, that's very, very hard to play as a human. I don't think it's very realistic. Like even here, I'm not sure if I trust the engine. But anyway, the point was right here. I played knight g1, which I thought was logical. I played knight to g1. Yeah, now he played. What did he play after knight g1? He played king to g8, right. Yeah, this was the moment that I was very, very, very upset at myself, because I played queen e2, and like the two ideas I was looking at was queen e2 or knight f3, and then like basically as soon as I played queen e2, I was just very upset, because I think after knight f3, knight e4 and a4, white's just much better. Ah, white's not much better. Okay, goes to show.
I mean,
goes to show.
We're still not sure about what computer thinks.
No, but if the computer says zeros, it says zeros, that means it's probably a draw.
Now we know, yes. So.
But I mean, basically, so as soon as I played queen e2, I spent like 20 minutes just being very upset at myself, because I thought that after, after knight to e4, yeah, the move I was going to play was takes, but I simply thought that this was just nothing after bishop g4. I mean, queen e3, knight c5, and I just did not see how I can be better. Knight b3 is apparently good for white.
Wow. I mean, just to defend the queen, yes, and not to take on
but
e6.
But I thought he could take here, actually.
Yeah,
takes and bishop b6, and why is white so much better?
Good question. Maybe you take
I'm supposed to take
e3,
and play,
e5, king f2. Yeah,
okay.
I mean,
I mean, this is a bit much to
understand. Yes, and then you go back, yes, if necessary.
Yeah, this is very, very hard to see over the board. I mean, maybe I should have played it anywher, but I just wasn't sure about all these lines.
Yes. How does it feel now that you know that queen it was not so bad?
But I mean, the other thing there was Jan wasn't going to go for this. This is what I expect him to play, but he wasn't going to go for this. I think he said he was going to play. What did he say he was going to play?
He was mentioning.
I think he was mentioning some f5 line here.
F5, exactly f5. He said yes. He didn't want to.
Yeah, I think
go
he was going to play for some f5 here. But I mean, again, it's I don't know. Like
you take
takes,
here.
Takes, and bishop f4 is just winning. Okay, yeah, this is kind of bad then. Yeah, after knight e4. Wait a second. So takes, king g1, bishop g4. Wait, no. But queen e3 or was it queen e1? I'm trying to remember this line. It was queen e3.
Yeah. So the idea is that queen will be
no, but
protected.
Actually, sorry. But after
after
knight b3 is knight e4. What am I talking about? No, there's knight e4.
So he goes back, and there is no exchange. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, maybe this was bishop d2, a4, and knight c5 is good for white.
Yeah. What a crazy game! I mean, on every move you have all those lines. I mean, how is it possible to solve all these positions on every move? How do you keep?
Well, but I mean, the thing is, basically it was that or play a4, and then I just played a4, which is just, I mean, a horrible move, absolutely horrible. Yeah, I mean, I probably still should have gone for this line, but I mean, it's after I'm already upset, I've spent all this time. I mean, it's kind of hard. And I played a4, which was, I mean, very lucky to not be losing, because I simply actually did not see this trip with Bishop G3.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I just overlooked this completely, and I'm very lucky that I can go into this endgame with the rook and 2 pieces, and then it's still actually a draw. Luckily, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really crazy game, but still was so much exciting for the followers, obviously. What do you think about the tournament so far? 7 rounds already in the history.
Yeah, I mean, it's a decent result. I mean, obviously, much like 2 years ago, it would have been nice to have gotten a win here with the white piece against Jan, but it's decent. Still many more rounds.
For sure, yes, and all the best of luck for Hikaru, and see you in 2 days. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna.